Bit of a slow news week this week.
You know what? After last week, we needed it.
Yeah. However, we will be getting into some more Ash vs. the Evil Dead news, as well as finally getting some information about the upcoming TNT Tales from the Crypt. And does anybody remember Pumpkinhead? Find out after the break.
In the first order of business for the news, we have a giant collaboration. It is TNT, TBS, Wattpad, which is a online story community, and M. Night Shyamalan, of all people. Everyone is coming together to reboot Tales from the Crypt. It's been quite a while since the original, and that's hopefully coming out next year. They're gunning for the end of 2017, so I'm sure they'll be looking for a Halloween release, is my thought.
You had me right up to the point where you mentioned M. Night Shyamalan. I think that his association with this is actually a negative thing. Okay, look, I'll give credit where credit is due. He got into the whole twist ending game a little bit earlier than most people.
I mean, Sixth Sense was brilliant.
Absolutely wonderful. Even Unbreakable I enjoyed, I'll give you that. After that, it was everything I do has to have a twist ending, whether it's good or not, let's be honest. And if he goes and puts that sensibility into this, I think it's gonna wreck it, you know?
It could. They also haven't decided on the format yet, though, so that remains to be seen. There seems to be some debate if it's going to be episodic, where every episode's a different story. Are they going to be serial stories? There was even something about fan-based stories that they find on Wattpad. Who knows?
And that is another red flag for me. You see?
That was everything.
Well, proof that M. Shyamalan has run out of ideas. He's going to not professional writers, but fans. Fan service is one thing, but let's be honest, you're called a professional writer for a reason. So this, I'm afraid, is not going to be something that's on my list of things to watch next Halloween.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to disagree for the sheer fact that I was alive while Tales from the Crypt, the original, was out. However, I was a toddler, so I don't really have any memories of it.
Your parents didn't show you Tales from the Crypt as a toddler? What kind of parents were they?
But I did watch Tales from the Crypt when I was a teenager, and I am really excited next year to be able to sit down in my house at a certain time and watch Tales from the Crypt on television like I missed in the 80s. So for me, I'm excited. I guess we'll see what happens.
So let us know in the comments below if nostalgia is more important than bad writing. Well, the information about Ash vs. the Evil Dead is coming fast and furious. Just this week alone, we got the official release date. Looks like it's going to be October the 2nd.
Woo.
Set your DVRs now. Then, as a nice little surprise, as a little throwback to the original Evil Dead, the actress Ellen Sandweiss will be returning to the fold, playing Ash's sister Cheryl. And then finally, as if that wasn't enough, they released a photo of what is ostensibly going to be sort of the big bad for the series, a character named Baal. Baal. B-A-A-L. That's clearly demonic.
Okay.
Clearly demonic,
That's got it.
Exactly. So, let's hope that they give us a little bit of a reprieve and we don't get the whole series before then.
The movie, I Am Not a Serial Killer, which we have a trailer reaction for, so don't forget to check that out too. But it did get a release date of August 26th, and that will be a limited theatrical release, but also video on demand, so I'm sure it will be very easy to find online.
Yeah, without question. However, we are very lucky because next week we will be attending the Popcorn Frights Film Festival, where we will get a chance to see a screening of I Am Not a Serial Killer, which also means that you guys get to see a review of the film by us a little bit early. So definitely keep your eye out for that one.
And for some of my favorite news, Halloween Horror Nights just released another house on the list.
What's it this time?
Krampus.
Oh.
So it'll be, I guess, Christmas in October this year.
And Krampus was the big movie last year around the holidays, so it makes total sense.
And it will be in both Orlando and California as well.
Stranger Things continues to make news. The actor David Harbour, who plays Hopper, was asked a question as to if we would ever find out what happened to his daughter in the series. And his answer was very interesting. I'm going to again read from the direct quote. He said, "Yes, but it is a secret we may explore in season 2, so don't want to say right now." So We all have been speculating and dreaming of it being a season 2. This may not be official confirmation, as Netflix has, as of today, not given official confirmation, but this is pretty darn close, and that was definitely one of the lingering questions that did remain. We had hints. There was kind of some indications it might be cancer.
That's what I thought, but that would be easy.
Yes, and they did not explicitly state that.
Yeah, they didn't.
After watching the series, if it isn't explicitly stated, it's pretty much up in the air.
Also with Stranger Things, one of the
Yes.
interesting things is the person who seemed to do the artwork, whose name we are going to put on the screen right here, because I'm so sorry, but I don't know how to pronounce that. He seems to be a really great artist, and he released a couple pictures of what the monster could have looked like.
Oh.
So it's some alternate ideas of the upside down monster.
Concept art.
Yeah,
Okay.
very cool, interesting stuff, completely different than what we did see in Stranger Things. However, he did also release an album of the actual upside down monster and the upside down world, and it actually, you have a few minutes to look at things, take it in. It's not just flashes, so you can really see what the concept was supposed to be as well.
And when you do have a few extra minutes, head on over to our critical reaction to Stranger Things, which there will be a link in the description below, so you can kind of see exactly kind of what we felt about it in its entirety and its full. And we'll cover some of the topics we did here, plus a ton else.
And to wrap up the news, probably also the oddest news we've covered is there's a reboot of Pumpkinhead. Who?
Yeah.
So, you're all probably maybe wondering, they are redoing Pumpkinhead. We're not really sure why. It is Peter Block, who is of the Saw franchise, he was a producer, decided to reboot. He just bought the rights to the original movie. There is no director yet. He is quoted as looking for a director who loves the genre, so this should be interesting. They do have a writer, so I believe there is a script, and they are shooting next year. So, I guess we'll see. And he did say, I already know what you're going to say, but he did say it is going to be a expanded world of the movie. They're going to expand the characters and keep some of the original stuff, but reboot it instead of a line-for-line remake. And we all know what's coming with this one.
Yeah, are you done? Because there's no need for remakes. Said it before, I'll say it again. But I'll also add on Pumpkinhead that if you feel some idiotic compulsion to do a remake something classic and iconic.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Pumpkinhead is the bottom of the basement of monster movies from that time period.
Not very popular.
Not at all. I cannot believe this. And if you're going to do a monster movie in today's environment, I think you're setting yourself up for failure. It's been done to death. There just really is not a scary monster movie anymore. Did you mention anything? Are they going to do practical effects? Are they doing CGI?
Practical.
Okay.
He did say practical effects, and we're on the same level there. I like that.
Oh, you get a half star for the practical effects. But even then, what's going to happen is it's going to be a sort of humanoid creature, because they all seem to be arms, legs, hideous face, torso, and it's just been done to death. As soon as you get outside of that constraint, then they go to that awful CGI. So, it's not going to work. It's not going to be enjoyable. Block, get your $500 back that you spent buying the rights to these things, and, go buy yourself a used car or something. So that's all the news this week, but make sure you join us next week so we can keep you up to date on all the horror goings on.
And don't forget to follow us. We've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. Links along the top.
I'm obviously against remakes. She seems to be for them. Where do you fall? For or against? Let us know in the comments below.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so we can bring you the horror news every week and more.